What's up, people? We are back with more of Danganronpa. I normally actually would never mention this, but yeah, today is kind of my birthday, and the only reason that I'm mentioning it is because of this strange coincidence that happened not too long ago, which was basically I put on my iTunes playlist to just listen to some music, and the playlist consists of like 300 songs almost. It's just a random playlist or whatever, but you guys won't know the songs, that's for sure, or most of you won't. But anyway, the first song that started playing when I was listening to it was called freaking Happy Birthday. Like, it's not the Happy Birthday to you, obviously not that song, but yeah, that was just like, I was like, what? Does iTunes know? Does Apple know? But obviously, maybe they do, like, because you had to fill in your date of birth at a certain point, right? When you're registering or something, I have no idea. But anyway, yeah, so I guess it's kind of my birthday. But the thing about birthdays for me, they don't really feel special anymore. Like, it's lost all its magic for me. For me personally, it sort of has a reason behind it. I don't think any of you know, because I don't think I've actually mentioned it, but like a long time ago, probably like 10 years ago or something, I actually got sick on like my birthday, and that's ever since then it was pretty bad. I actually had to eventually get surgery, but I'm okay now, don't worry about it. But yeah, that sort of kind of ruined birthdays for me after that point. Like, every single time I had a birthday after that, I was just not happy and just not sad or anything either, but just like, birthdays don't feel that special anymore. So yeah, for me it's kind of lost its magic, unfortunately. But I know a lot of people that are always very excited about their birthday, and that's a good thing. I just feel a little bit sad about me personally that I I don't have those feelings when it's my birthday. But yeah, anyway, let us just continue with Danganronpa. As you can see at the bottom right on the floor, Junko's dead body, impaled by spears, is lying right there. I gently placed my hand on Junko's lifeless body. I touched her wrist to check for a pulse, like they do in movies and stuff. But yeah, I don't think that's necessary. She really is dead. That's the general, thing that people think when they see a person being impaled by 5 spears. There wasn't anything else to say. She was gone. I don't know why you even bothered to check after those injuries and losing that much blood. Frankly, I'd be shocked if she did survive something like that. Huh? Hold on. Hold on. Just wait a second. She's dead? Then that means...
What?
That means everything that's happened so far is real. It's not a joke or whatever. It's really real? Yeah, Hiro was kind of like the first person to dismiss everything and think like, it's fine, it's not real, blah blah blah. But yeah, you gotta accept the reality now, Hiro.
Let me out of here!
Hell no! Someone save me! Let me out of here! Somebody help me!
What's your problem?
You're just accepting that now? Yep, alright. We can pretty much talk to every single person here, so let's work our way down from left to right, I guess. Hifumi Yamada. He's sad. Hifumi? Consciousness has crashed. Restarting now. Please wait a moment. Alright, he's rebooting his inner PC. Something. Alright. Can I talk to the girl after her? Behind him, Toko. She must be so shocked she can't even open her mouth to talk. Wow. Alright, Chihiro.
What should I do?
Someone got right in front of us. They... Oh my god. This is always a good exercise when everybody's in the room for me to, see if I remember the names. This is Sakura. We can't run away from the situation, so we have no choice but to move forward. And this is Hiro. Bam.
Let me out of here!
Oh my god, he's still saying the same old song as before. Mondo, Cornhead.
Huh?
Is this really happening?
Don't fuck with me!
Screw that piece of shit bear! Right, Kyoko. Her name I actually forgot. Before we start searching for Sayaka's killer, we need to decide what to do about securing the crime scene. What do you mean? You're thinking of putting someone on guard duty so that nobody can disturb the area, aren't you? After all, if the culprit decides to destroy the evidence, we're pretty much screwed.
Hey,
In that case, I'm not doing it. I don't like having to think anyway. I'll let you guys figure out who killed that chick. Okay, then we can let Mondo look after the scene. Well, no. We can't just leave him alone here. Exactly, because you can't leave one person alone here, you know? Because what if that person actually is the killer, and then, you know, then he's alone at alone on the scene of the crime, and then can therefore get rid or change the evidence that it points towards someone else, or just not to him.
what?
Why the hell not?
Stop talking.
Isn't it obvious? If you were the culprit, what's the first thing you would do? By volunteering for guard duty, you're in a position to destroy all the evidence you want. What? Fuck you!
So then,
Fine. I'll stay there on guard duty as well. That way, there's no problem. Oh yeah, nobody dares to even, you know, do anything of that sort in the presence of Sakura. Two-player co-op based defense with the two of them. With their stats, they're totally OP. Since we don't or won't be able to help investigate, we're putting our faith in the rest of you.
But
I'm still pretty freaked out, but I'll try. Alright, Aoi, talk to me, girl, baby girl. I hate this, but still, we don't have a choice. We have to figure out who did it, or else we're all dead. Right, Celeste, for some reason, I don't know. I can't quite put my finger on it, but something about her intrigues me, but I don't know what it is. It's not her, you know, it's easy to say that it would just be the way she looks, but it's not that. It's something entirely different, but I don't know quite yet what it is. So you finally noticed.
what the crap?
Huh? Notice what? I was looking through the Monokuma file we received, and I noticed something very obvious and very unusual. Huh? What are you talking about? Go ahead, take a look. Notice anything interesting about where Sayaka died? She died in Makoto's dorm. Oh, what? Are you trying to spin it that way? Girl, that ain't gonna work. What? Huh? She's right. Then, could it be? All at once, everyone's gaze turned to me. Hold on a second. You've got it all wrong. For just one night, I traded rooms with her. I did it because she was afraid. What the heck? Oh my god. I thought... I guess because all the dorm rooms look similar, they just didn't think much of it. They just thought that it was actually Sayaka's room. I actually thought they realized at the beginning and just didn't think much of it, but that's just so naive of me, because obviously everybody's so suspicious of each other. So, you know, they should, for sure, the fact that she got killed in my room, everybody's going to be looking at me, and I guess I'm just a little bit surprised that it only happened this late, you know, after Sayaka's already been killed for I don't know how long. You expect us to believe that? Just tell us the truth! The look in everyone's eyes had done a complete 180 from just a few minutes earlier. The feeling of suspicion and fear had returned. In other words, you think I did it?
so then,
Are we all done talking? We need to begin our investigation soon. At this point, we should split up. We need to get to the bottom of this and find out who killed Sayaka. We'll have to collect clues to form a foundation, then construct an argument to come to a final decision. If we get this wrong,
so...
well, do I really have to say any more?
Actually...
I'd rather you didn't know.
Goodbye.
Everyone pray for good luck. With that, Kyoko hurried out of the gym.
Goodbye.
I'll be going too. And just like Kyoko, he was gone before we realized
Yo.
it. Oh yeah? I'm on guard duty, huh? I'd better head to the scene of the crime. Ah, that's right.
Hey, damn it.
Let me just say this right now. If whatever son of a bitch did this is right here, right now, and they're thinking of destroying that evidence,
You're fucking
they
dead.
better not let me find him. I'll skip the trial and crave their goddamn skull in myself. I'm serious. I will fuck them up. Letting his deadly words hang in the air, he and Sakura ran off.
So,
But, I mean, we're not detectives or anything, you know? And we're gonna investigate a murder? How do we even do something like that?
anyway,
We don't really have to do anything in particular. We already know who killed Sayaka. What are you implying?
this is very suspicious.
It was you! I'm telling you, it wasn't me! Don't come any closer! Are you gonna kill me next?
So,
Well, I guess it wouldn't hurt to give it a shot. It's not for sure that Makoto's guilty yet. Yeah, Aoi's on my side, thank you. That's true. We may as well at least check just to check. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't help investigate. Wait, why not? I'm not good with blood. All it takes is one glimpse, and I black out.
Oh yeah?
Well, whatever. I don't think anyone was expecting much from you anyway. Alright, I guess I better get going. Everybody's splitting up. Wait, don't go yet. You have to hear me out. But it was pointless. Everyone had already left. And their parting looks at me had still been filled with suspicion. Oh, this is not good. Does everyone really think I'm the killer? How did it turn out like this? Seriously, they've got it all wrong. Why do they have to suspect me? I have to do something. Otherwise, everyone will...
Execution is execution. Electric chair. Zzz, zzz, poison gas. Torn apart like a paper plane in a hurricane.
I can't let that happen. That's true, like, you know, because even if you're, you know, normally if you weren't guilty and you get branded as guilty, or people are like blaming you or saying that you're guilty, you actually have to fight extra harder to prove your innocence, right? Because not only will you yourself die, but everyone else will die as well, because everyone gets executed because you pointed out the wrong person. So, oh my god, it's just such high stakes for everyone involved, and everyone who even values their own life a little bit has to fight to try and find the right person, you know, because if they don't, they die themselves. So, oh my god, it's packed up really tightly, I feel, to sort of make everyone at least be moderately involved in trying to find the right person that, you know, that killed the person or killed someone. But the thing that really stood out to me just now is that Kyoko was the one that disappeared during the very first meeting, right? And she is very suspicious to me at the moment, but not necessarily for that she killed or something, but just she's very mysterious. Because what was it? Her ultimates, we don't even know what her ultimate was, because it was like ultimate question mark. So we don't even know. We didn't find anything about her in that online thread in the very beginning of the game, in like the second video, I think. So, and she is the one actually driving. She seems to know exactly what we need to do. I mean, I jokingly said at the beginning that she could be a spy for Monokuma, which kind of, I don't know, it could be, but it doesn't make too much sense. But the way she's acting, it kind of like, it just feels like she's really driving everything, is the driving force behind everything, and pointing us towards like, yeah, we should do this, we should do this, sort of telling us what to do, commanding the group, leading the group. Like, she's either already experienced in this, or just, you know, or she's very, very perceptive and knows exactly what needs to be done with the little time for that she has gotten to come to understand the situation. But dang, I don't know exactly. There's just so much mystery, and we first of all need to, you know, investigate and try and get the suspicion off of us. Let that be the first important thing that we have to do. I can't let things turn out the way Monokuma wants. All I have to do is find out who really did it. Who really killed Sayaka? Yep. Right, investigation time. I guess I should look through the Monokuma file we got before. The victim was Sayaka Maizono. The time of death estimated to be around 1:30 a.m. The body was discovered in Makoto's room in the dormitory. All evidence suggested that death took place in the bathroom. The cause of death was a stab wound to the abdomen. There was also an injury to her right wrist. Specifically, the wrist appears to have suffered a fracture. We have no choice but to push forward if we want to find out what happened. Somehow, I have to find out the truth, so that we can all survive. And for Sayaka, I have to find out how she was killed. Nice. Alright, Monokuma file number 1 has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Alright, let's check that one out. Is it truth bullets? There it is. Alright, so the Monokuma file, does it literally just everything that we, yeah, okay, everything that was read just now, okay. So, I guess we're in the gym right now, so might as well talk to Chihiro. Aren't you going to help investigate, Chihiro? But I can't leave Junko here. I feel sorry for her. I have to stay with her, but she's dead, you know, and we already know who killed her, so I don't know, being around here kind of feels pointless. Is he still in denial, or is he slowly coming to terms with it? Come on, hero, get a grip, come on, accept the situation, there's nothing we can do about it, except make the best of it. No way! I seriously don't want to die here!
Help me!
I'm begging you! God! Buddha! Mother Earth! God of Space! King Neptune! Help me! I don't care who it is, just get me out of here! Hero doesn't seem prepared to do any kind of investigating right now. Right, just for funsies, let's have a look at another look at Junko's impaled body. No, checking for the wrist again. Okay, it's not really important. Alright. Anything else here of interest? No. That's the body. I almost thought like, oh, we can expect the volleyball, but no. Alright, let's exit here. First of all, I should head to the scene of the crime, my room. We won't make any progress without investigating there. So I headed to my room, where Sayaka's corpse still remained. I'd better examine the state of my room a little closer. That might reveal something new. Alright, Kyoko is here as well, apparently. I mean, Mondo and Sakura were on guard duty. But yeah, I mean, if we just dissect our room, you know, it's clear that there's a struggle. But a struggle would imply, generally, especially with like this much, if you just look at how big of a struggle it was, right? You know, because our bed is tarnished. There are multiple scratches on the floor. The table fell over. The trash can fell over. The door of the bathroom broke. Sayaka isn't particularly strong or big, so you would have to think that that is a person who's of either similar strength or just a little bit stronger. I don't think it can be Sakura, for example, because you can just tell, right? You know, that she's way stronger than Sayaka, and Sayaka wouldn't have stood a single chance against her. So if for example, you know, Sakura would be the one that killed Sayaka, I don't think there would be this big of a mess in my room, you know. It would have just been an easy and clean kill for her. But that was not the case, so we have to think in that regard, unless this is a setup to make people put people on the, you know, in the wrong direction to trick us. But I don't think that's the case. That would be going too far, you know, especially for the first kill. but I don't know. At the moment, I'm just thinking it has to be a person that's sort of the same strength or just a little bit stronger than Sayaka, which actually isn't that strong. So, yeah, that's where my current suspicions lie. But let us check out. I think we checked out the bed before. There are gouges in the bed, like someone attacked it. What the hell happened here? Alright, I'm gonna say it. Someone tried to grab the sword, attack her while she was laying in bed trying to sleep. Sakuya noticed? Or the sword is weak, right? The sword isn't real. This is the replica sword I brought back for self-defense. Does it mean it was used in the attack somehow? And plus, it's been taken out of its sheath. I hadn't actually looked at the blade itself until now. I shouldn't be too surprised it's coated in gold too. On top of that, some of the gold coating has come off of parts of the blade and the handle. Yeah, the handle especially is missing a lot of its coating. I remember the coating sticks to you even if you just touch it a little bit. Oh, alright. So we can definitely know that the person that attacked Sayaka, I mean, what the hell. I've already forgotten her name and now she's dead. She can't blame me or be angry at me for it at least. And plus the sword's been taken out, so it's the sheath. But, huh? There's some scratches on the sheath. They must have been made with something sharp. But how did the sheath get scratched up in the first place? Even if someone used the sword during the struggle, it doesn't make sense for the sheath to be damaged. I mean, if you're gonna attack someone with a sword, the first thing you do is unsheath it. A heavy sheath like this would only get in the way. It could just slide off in the middle of the fight. So why are there scratches on the sheath? Alright, that's been added. What could have happened is, it's pretty safe to say that the person who attacked Sayaka grabbed the sword and, you know, tried to kill her with that. It could be that, I don't know, we don't know if the sword is dull or if it's really sharp. I doubt it's sharp, you know, because none of the wounds inflicted on her are like cuts or anything along those lines. It was just a stab in the stomach with the knife and a fractured wrist. Fractured wrist tends to point towards struggle and, you know, that they were sort of like fighting with each other. But the sword doesn't seem to have done any damage, so it's safe to say that it's dull, I think. The sheath got scratches on it, which could mean that the person, you know, tried to slash with the sword, and Sayaka protected herself with the sheath, trying to block the attacks from it. That could be possible, because the scratches, I mean, what can cause scratches like that other than just the sword here, right? But my biggest question then becomes, where did the knife come from? Because there's a samurai sword here, which caused all those scratches most likely. But if that person, there was no knife in our room. There's no knife in anyone's room, so the person that came in here must have brought the knife with them. Then why did they take out the samurai sword first? I guess to sort of bring suspicion on us because it's our weapon, right? I guess that would make sense. So we first just think like, oh yeah, the samurai sword is a better option, because then it points towards someone else rather than putting suspicion on me, or it's just a lower chance of getting caught. Alright, I probably should save all of this for later, you know, because I'm theorizing a lot now without knowing most of the evidence. So I feel like we should do the investigating first, looking at all the objects, and then sort of come to an early conclusion. There's a key on the ground. It has my name on it, so this must be my room key, if I remember correctly. Ah, that's right. We'll have to trade keys. When we switched rooms, we switched keys too. So Sayaka would have had the key here in my room the entire time. But wait, if that's true, then how did the killer get into the room in the first place? Could Sayaka have forgotten to lock the door? No, that seems impossible. The same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone. Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching? Yeah, see, she sort of promised us that she wouldn't open the door even for us. After saying that, there's no way she would have forgotten to lock it. or open it for any reason. Well, maybe she dropped the keys somewhere and someone else grabbed it or something. No, that's not possible either. Sayaka was in here when we switched rooms, and with how scared she was, she wouldn't have gone walking around, so she couldn't have dropped it. So, how did the killer... Switching rooms has been added, oh yeah, because we, as proof, as proof of us switching rooms, we have her key and our key is in this room. So it seems that we're building up a pretty good sort of defense to, prove our innocence. Let's see if there's anything else. The bed, I mean, this has sort of been moved. I don't know if that's relevant. Huh? Looking at the lint roller, it looks like there's way less than there was before. Did Sayaka see how dirty my room was and decided to clean up a little? Huh, that's kind of interesting, I guess. Now we have to look at the toolkit. The toolkit is still inside the drawer. I don't see any evidence that it's been used at all. Which makes sense, I guess. I mean, it's mine, and I haven't had any reason to open it. I can't even imagine a situation where I'd need a toolkit like this.
Yo.
Yeah, seriously. Oh, Mondo.
What?
We ain't
What?
exactly in the mood to be building fucking furniture, right? So you haven't used yours yet either then?
What?
Not just me.
What?
Nobody busted theirs out yet, as far as I know. Actually, we were talking about it yesterday.
By the way,
None of the guys have opened their toolkits yet. Cause like, why the hell would we? Toolkit has been added, alright. That's another thing we can use. What is this? I'm really interested in that. Like, it's always been there, but for some reason it was never ever useful. Notepad is still here, but I don't think it's relevant right now. Okay. It's gotta be relevant at some point, but it's not yet apparently. Anything else? We check the bed. I guess we're checking the scratches. There's scratches and gouges on the walls and bed. Is that evidence of a struggle? For sure. It looks like there must have been some kind of fight in my room. Damn it. I was right there in the other room. If only I'd hear something.
wait.
That would not have been possible. Huh? Yep, everything's soundproof. Don't you remember? All of our rooms are completely soundproof. So something could happen in the room right next to you, and there's no way you could know.
Well,
Perhaps this was another one of Monokuma's strategies, creating an ideal setting for murder. Alright, evidence of struggle. I guess there's another evidence of struggle, right? Yep, the same scratches. Right. It's the display stand the sword was on. Alright, that was basically nothing. Let's try and talk with the people here. I think we've sort of covered everything in the room. The bed, the desk, everything that's on the floor, as well as the scratches. So everything in this room should be fine. We're gonna talk with people first and then enter the bathroom. Alright, Sakura. Sakura, do you think I'm guilty too?
hey,
I try not to make assumptions like that. I simply don't know whether or not you did this. Whatever decision the rest of you come up with, I will follow your lead. I see. Right, Mondo, I don't know what he's thinking. You know, I realized something while I was on guard duty. The killer could have already destroyed some evidence, right? Before anyone found the body, I mean. There's a trash room here in the door, right? They could have tossed some stuff in there. Yeah, that's definitely a possibility.
you son of a bitch!
That dirty bastard!
Shit.
Anyone who raises their hand to a woman is a scum that deserves death. That's what my brother taught me.
You're fucking dead.
So if I ever find the son of a bitch that did this, I'm gonna pound his goddamn face in. But what if it was a girl that did it?
Yo,
That'll all get sorted out when the time comes. Alright, Kyoko. What you got? Hey, Kyoko. I quietly called her name while she was investigating the area, but...
What are you doing?
Isn't it obvious?
No, not really.
I'm searching.
searching?
She was down on her knees, carefully inspecting every inch of my
Did
room.
you lose a contact or something?
I don't know what she's doing exactly, but she seems to be concentrating pretty hard on it. But a few seconds later, she suddenly stood up straight, and said,
Listen,
"Are you a clean freak?" Huh? No, I don't think so, but what? Nodding, she glanced around my room one more time. Did someone actually clean in here?
I see.
Interesting. What's interesting?
Hey,
Just as I suspected, there's something very unusual about your room. Reaction time. Very unusual? What do you mean?
so...
I've searched your floor from one corner to another, and I didn't find one single strand of hair. Really?
Indeed.
Not one hair from the victim, and not one hair from you, even though you've been living in here. You know, now that I mention it, I noticed something while I was looking around before. It looked like the lint roller in my room had been used, but I never touched it. Could someone have used it to...
I see.
Very interesting. Your room didn't have a single hair in it, and someone used your lint roller without your knowledge. In other words, someone other than you came in and scrubbed your room clean. Was it Sayaka or the killer?
Well,
That's the question, isn't it? Alright, Makoto's room cleanliness has been added to the truth bullets. Got a lot of bullets in our chamber. Let's enter the bathroom if we can. The bathroom. And on the other side of this door... Oh my god. No. I can't let it get to me. I can't afford to freeze up now. Forcing myself to push my panic down, I stepped into the bathroom. Oh, there she is. Looking at her made it painfully clear it wasn't a dream or an illusion. She had lost everything that made her, her. Sayaka. All at once, I was overcome with dizziness, nausea, the urge to burst into tears. But I can't hesitate now. Why? Why did Sayaka have to die? I have to uncover the truth. I have to find out what happened. I wanted to give up. I wanted to collapse. But that thought held me up and supported me. Oh my god. Well, let's see. There are two things we can look at. Her body. I told myself I simply couldn't face what I saw. But now's no time to think like that. I pulled out the Monokuma file to verify what it said about her body. Some sort of sharp object has been thrust into her stomach. That must have been the killing blow. But whatever they used to kill her, where'd they get it? That's definitely something I should look into later. Also, according to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's right wrist is broken. Her wrist does look swollen and bloody, that's for sure. What is the yellow thing on it? But there's something sort of glittery there on her wrist too. Oh, it's the gold? Right there, where her wrist is all swollen. There's something glittery. That definitely concerns me. Another thing that concerns me is... Huh? There's some blood on her left index finger. But that's it. The palms of both her hands are totally spotless. So how come only her left finger? Alright, Sayaka's wrist has been added to the truth bullets. Oh, what? The stab wound in her stomach is what killed her. So when she broke her wrist, that must have happened earlier on. I mean, how would her wrist get broken after she'd been already killed? So it's very possible she broke her wrist during the struggle. The killer attacked Sayaka in the main room, which is when her wrist got broken. After that, the killer cornered her in the bathroom, where they inflicted the deadly wound. Alright, Right, this is something that I mentioned at the very beginning that sort of looked like text almost. Like something had written something on there in her blood, or with her blood. I looked past Sayaka to the wall behind her, and there I saw... What was it? What? What's the first letter? That's the one on the most right. The last three letters are E-O-N. Leon? Oh, is it Leon? Oh my god. It spells Leon, right? What? Written in blood were the numbers 11037. Oh, I thought it was Leon. Did Sayaka do this? It says Leon, right? I want to see it again. Okay, I'm actually like, you know, turning my head backwards. It definitely spells Leon. Like, there's a little bit, you know, where they say 1-1. There's like, you know, see this tiny thin trace between it that sort of connects the top part of the one on the left to the bottom part of the one to the right, if you know what I mean. That would then create an N. But it's really vague, and it's really vaguely and like very thin there, but it's definitely there. I'm almost certain it says Leon, alright? Holy crap, is there anything else we can investigate? Only those two things. Well, oh my god, poor Sayaka. Why did she have to be the first person to die, you know? Oh my god, I just can't. It's like, you know, one of those things where you don't want to look at it because of how fucked up it is, but you can't help but not look either. And I'm like freaked out while looking at it because, you know, it's Sayaka, but oh my god. Okay, let's get out of here.
It would seem...
It looks like you found it, right, Makoto? The bloody numbers. That's most likely Sayaka's message, the dying message. Right, bloody numbers. I've never seen something written in blood before. It really was her final message. As if she wrote it with life itself. Right, that makes, I mean, she definitely had written that, right? It's not the killer. It could be the killer to sort of point the suspicion in someone's direction. But, you know, there is blood on one particular point of her spot on her finger. So the killer either must have done that while Sayaka's already dead, just grabbed her by the wrist, you know, dipped one of her fingers in her own blood and then wrote Leon on it. But it was written from her perspective, that from Sayaka's perspective of how she was laying and how she's sitting, that it writes Leon. For another person to do it like that, that's an extremely amount of effort that you have to put into, because, you know, you have to think from their perspective and then like, okay, if I write Leon like this, then for her it's going to look like that, therefore it is the correct way of doing it. Like, it is really elaborate, and I almost feel like it's almost too difficult. You'd have to be an extreme mastermind killer to do that, and as far as I know, nobody was the ultimate serial killer or anything along those lines, so I'm still thinking Leon.
Right.
Do you often talk like an aspiring poet? But the numbers she wrote, what do they mean? 11037. I have no idea what they could possibly mean.
So...
The way she wrote the numbers makes me think she wanted to use her body to block them. If she wrote them in that location, then she was sitting the way we found her. It means she must have wrote them by turning only her hand towards the wall. If you were to write something in that position, do you know what the result would be? The result?
Well?
Think about it. You're not gonna tell me?
Makoto.
You need to uncover the mystery of this case yourself. See, that's what I'm feeling. Like, if she is really pushing other people to do stuff, you know, to sort of she's encouraging us to solve the mystery of this case. Like, she was like, I already figured it out, but, you know, you go figure it out for yourself. Like, if she had the best interest of the group in mind, then she wouldn't have this attitude. She would be like, yeah, everybody, I uncovered the case. I mean, it's sort of a personality thing as well, I guess, but I don't know. I still have there's so much mystery around her. I don't know. Otherwise, the case will end, and you'll remain unconvinced. have no idea what you're trying to say, but it's obvious you're not going to tell me. Alright, Leon, the dying message has been added to the truth board. Truth bullets. It sounds like Kyoko knows what Sayaka's dying message means. But honestly, I have no idea. Oh, I know I should talk to. When it comes to numbers, who's better to act and ask than the ultimate programmer?
Makoto.
There's one thing I wanted to ask you about. Do you know how the door to your bathroom got broken? Broken? Oh! Oh, that's such... Okay, what if... Because what I was thinking, yeah, is that Sayaka, like, after the struggle, let's say... Okay, at the moment, number one suspect is Leon, right? Let's say Leon and Sayaka were struggling. They were, like, just fighting, struggling in general, and then Sayaka got loose for one moment. She knew the information that we told from what we told her, that the bathroom door was broken. Or not broken, but like there was a specific trick to opening it, because it was sort of clumsy, you know. It's just like you have to open it in a specific way, and blah 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 blah. Everybody knows, right? So Sayaka knows about that. The killer, obviously, the person that came in here, doesn't know that. So perhaps Sayaka, in that one moment where she kinda got loose and got some free space from quote unquote Leon, she hid herself in the bathroom. But then I was thinking, like, while she was trying to hide in the bathroom, she like tried to write that message in her blood, but that would have to mean that she either got a cut from somewhere else with blood, or she created a cut on herself to create blood so that she could write the message, or she was stabbed before that. But I don't think that's the case, because, you know, in the position that she's in with the stab and with the, like, all the blood flying behind her, it really seemed like she was stabbed while she was in that position and just died while she was in that position. And I don't think after she was stabbed, she was able to write that message. I think. I don't know. It could be, but I definitely think that she just tried to hide in the bathroom, and then Leon, not knowing how to open the door or whatever, just forced himself in. Broken? Oh, you mean how it gets stuck?
What?
Gets stuck? Yeah, I guess I'm the only one. But the door doesn't quite fit the frame right. When I first tried to use it, I thought it was just locked. But once you learn the trick, it opens no problem. Bam, bathroom door frame has been added to the truth bullets. So the door doesn't quite fit the frame, huh? But actually, I'm referring to the broken doorknob. Huh? The doorknob?
That's right.
You didn't notice? Well, just try closing the bathroom door. I'm sure you'll see right away what I'm talking about. I did what Kyoko said and shut the bathroom door. Huh? The doorknob. What's with the doorknob? Is it missing or... What the heck? The doorknob's practically about to fall off. Why is it like this? Oh, she tried to force herself in. Oh, what? I didn't think of that. Someone must have used a screwdriver or something similar to unscrew it. Whatever it was, it's obvious this was intentional. What? It was intentional? Why would someone want to do that?
So...
I guess maybe they were trying to get the door unlocked and ended up breaking the whole thing. But my bathroom doesn't have a lock on it. Only the girls' bathroom can lock, right? She stood there for a while, lost in thought. Then, apparently struck with a sudden realization, she shot a question
Just
at
a
me.
second.
I just have one more question for you. You mentioned earlier that your bathroom door would get stuck, right? Did you tell anyone about that? Oh, well, I did tell Sayaka about it last night when we switched rooms. So, what you're saying is, only you and Sayaka knew about it. Interesting. She had the slightest hint of a smirk on her face. I got the sense that she was really starting to get into all of
I
this.
see.
What if she's like the ultimate detective or something? That could make sense. Then that clears that up. Huh? What clears what up? I'm so lost. Well, see you later. As if forgetting I was ever even there, she suddenly turned and left the room. My bathroom doorknob has been added. I still don't really understand any of this, but I've already given my room a good once over. Maybe I should look around somewhere else. I should start looking into where the murder weapon might have come from. And also, I should look into the DVD Sayaka got. With Sayaka dead, I have no choice but to see for myself what was in that video. And on top of that, I'm sure there are some other areas worth checking out too. Maybe I should see what everyone else thinks. If they'll even talk to me, that is. Alright, I think we got a lot of useful information here, but there's definitely way more information, as Makoto just said, out there for us to find. But this is going to be the end of this video. I feel like we made a lot of progress in general. Like, it's not to say that I know exactly what happened, but I feel like we have a general good sense of direction as to what is a very likely scenario that could have happened. Because, you know, it seems like there was just to summarize it very quickly, picked up whoever did it, I'm thinking Leon at the moment, picked up the samurai sword, tried to attack her while she was in the bed. A struggle occurred. During the struggle, Sayaka just got loose for a second, hit herself in the bathroom door, and whoever, most likely Leon, forced himself into the bathroom, but apparently it was unscrewed. So actually, before that, I want to see if ours wasn't used, right? The toolkit is still inside the drawer. I don't see any evidence of it being used at all. Okay, but it was unscrewed, so someone must have used the toolkit. It wasn't our toolkit that was used, strange enough, because, you know, if that means that person brought the toolkit with him, because otherwise you would, if you think, oh, the door is locked, I'm gonna try and unscrew it, you're gonna grab the screw that's with you in the closest proximity. So he must have brought it with him. Then he's just grabbing his pocket. All right, I have it right here. Otherwise, you would just go like, oh wait, this is a guy's room, right? Or maybe he doesn't know it was. No, because there's definitely a sign on our door saying that it's Makoto's room. But yeah, ours wasn't used. So the person that killed Sayaka definitely had their own toolkit with them. So that already sort of points out that it was a guy, right? I feel like that's the case. I mean, it really seems like it's Leon, especially because, you know, I can clearly see that it's Leon from the text, but the game's sort of, you know, they're not going to give you the answer immediately, so they're trying to put you trying to have you figure it out yourself by putting you on this sort of direction towards it, but they're not giving you the answer, right? Because they just say, oh, it's a cryptic number, 11037, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's sort of what happens. And then inside, I don't know exactly how she written Leon's name with blood behind her. But that's the biggest mystery for me so far. But yeah, we'll find out a lot more in the next video as we're going to continue our investigation, mainly outside of this room, because I think everything is done right here. So yeah, once again, thank you guys so much for watching. Things are getting very interesting right now. The first 2 murders have happened. Well, 1 murder, 1 just sort of got punished by Monokuma, so that doesn't really count because we don't have to investigate it. But yeah, investigation has started, and in the next video we're just gonna head on out of here. So yeah, I want to thank you guys once again so very much for watching. Please like and subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.